What's up, Blue Chips? One trade today on AXTA. Let's get to it. All right, traders, it's Wednesday. That means it's hump day. So, weekly reminder about the scanners. I actually recently just made a video doing an overview on the scanners, so you should go check that out just to see what you're missing if you don't already have them. And there's a link in the description down below for 30% off a lifetime. Here's the live trade. Of AXTA, right there off the scanner, a little bit lower on the intensity. Right through the whole dollar area though of 28. Looking at the daily, it's got some resistance here at 28 and through 28. So we're going to start it here. We've got 28.10. Just a starter position here. We'll see if this wants to continue up towards 28.50, which is where it looks like most of that resistance is on the daily. But it's a pretty intense move here, so we might not get it all the way up there. Might try to test 28 before trying to extend, which is kind of what we're counting on. We'd like to see a nice little 28 flush. Here we go, we're coming down to it. And draw that line right there. Just looking at previous resistance, we'd ultimately be looking for a final take profit down there. But first we need to get under 28. Here we go, coming back down again. There we go, we're at 28. All right, we're through 28 on the bid. There we go, ask us through. See if we can be patient with this, see if we can get down through 90. Still extended here. It's going to play around here at 28. This tends to happen. A lot of the shorts, when you get through the whole dollar, they think it's coming back up. I'm one of them. I do this all the time, and I don't wait, and then it ends up dropping even further because I was impatient. So I really need to, I'm working on being more patient here with a PAY. There we go, we're back at 28. See if we can get under 28 and get that push further down. Can't be afraid to lose. That's the whole point. Put your risk in the best probability setups and try to let those setups work out for you. There we go. Bid got through for a second there. It feels heavy. Feels like it wants to continue down here, especially looking at the chart. Nice little topping tail there. All right, and we squeeze right back up towards our entry. Now, if this wants to go high a day, we'd probably just look to stop out here, just because it did come down, get through 28. Not putting in a hard stop, just watching it. If it wants to go high a day, we'd probably let it go high a day and see what it wants to do there. And if it doesn't double top, we would go ahead and just get out. Might sacrifice a few cents there, but at least you're giving it a chance to come back down without just hitting your hard stop and then coming right back down. There we go, coming back down to 28. It feels like we're going to go through. There we go. Now, coming down the second time is usually a great thing. It means we'll most likely get some continuation. There we go, ask us through. See if we can get down to 90. This kid and his puzzles. He loves them puzzles. Here we go, coming down. We're going to look to take half off here once we feel like it's done. And then we'll look to ride the other half out. Hopefully down towards VWAP or that previous resistance. Here we go, 91. And we're going to take the half there. It doesn't feel like it wants to really just dive. We're not really getting the volume to get the follow through here. So we're going to go ahead and just set a range order here for the other 50 at high of day, or probably go right above VWAP around like 77. So we'll see what it wants to do. This is a little bit of a slower trade. So we got our range order in, but I'm thinking we're going to add our 50 shares back right near our stop, and then I have a montage up on my other screen over here where I'm going to put the stop in right away, kind of clay trader style, but he does it the other way. He's looking for a profit when he does this, but I'm basically just going to look to add the 50 shares and then immediately put the stop in. See if we can get up to 23. My stop's at 26. So basically we're adding some shares back with low risk. See if we can get one more. There we go. All right, we're going to hit it. Put the stop in. We'll cancel this one. And we'll see. Because it felt like that was a quick move. So it felt like we could try to do that. See if it's kind of a double top. And you can see we got 23 and it jumped right down a few cents there. So we're right back at 100 shares with a higher average. And we're only risking 3 cents on the added shares. So that's kind of the idea behind that. And if it wants to work for us, then awesome. If not, then we lost an extra $1.50. So plus commissions, I guess. But can't worry about those. Can't trade thinking about commissions. Not like I used to. It's a thing of the past. I was really hoping we would just kind of get immediate resolution there back under 20. Oh, and we're going to get stopped out. Okay. So it didn't work. Really just trying to let those work, but oh well. All right, traders, that was my trade on AXTA. As you can see, we had it nailed at the beginning there. I mean, we didn't top tick it. It got up to 21. We got 10, and it came down. It got as low as 90. Yep, 90, and we got our cover at 92 there for half our shares. And if you've noticed a lot of my trades lately, you know, I end up taking my profits. You know, if it would have continued a little bit more, I would have took my profit instead of really waiting for where it ultimately should end up in my thoughts anyway, down at that previous resistance. But as you can see, this actually ended up being a grinder, so I just can't be afraid to lose. I don't know where that, I guess my son took my sticky note that said don't be afraid to lose, but you know, we tried a little bit of a move there, adding back to our original size, just risking 3 cents based off of our stop. And I really like that play because if you're right, you get those shares back, your average goes up, and you have more shares for the way back down if it wants to. And if not, then you're risking a couple cents, and it's not going to break the bank. So I mean, those are the kinds of trades some people look for anyway. You know, you just look for resistance and you try to risk as close to that resistance as possible, and that's basically what we were doing. We just kind of incorporated that into our already working strategy. So it ended up being a 50-cent loser. Yeah, we ended up down 50 cents. So it was a red trade. It's a red day, unfortunately, but I'm honestly not that mad about it. You know, we had a winner, and if this thing would have continued, it would have been a real nice winner. But I can't tell you how many times I would stop out at my average there just to make sure it was a green trade, and it would never even go high of day, and it would come down to that previous resistance and try to use it as support. So really trying to just, you know, work on these. In the long run, I feel like this is way more profitable doing it this way than it is to just constantly cut it and it never gets high of day. Because like right here on this candle, that could have been it. But then as you can see, it started grinding and it made the quick move, which is why I decided to do what I did. And, you know, it didn't work. So it is what it is. Don't forget about the giveaway. I'm going to make that video actually right after this. I'm going to eat, and then I'm going to make the video about the giveaway for 400 subscribers. So check that out. Don't forget about the scanners. Those things are awesome. This came right off the scanners, and as you can tell, if you're just an in and out kind of person, this would have worked beautifully. And that's all I got for you today. So like and subscribe if you haven't already. Always appreciate that support, and hopefully we hit 400 subs by Friday, because if we do, we'll do the giveaway then. But if not, we'll most likely do it next Friday. And questions or comments, leave those down below, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace.